Before we get started with the video, I just wanted to apologize if my voice sounds off or unpleasant. I've been sick for the last week or so, and I'm just now getting over it, but I really wanted to share my excitement about the finals with you all. That out of the way, enjoy the video. Thanks for watching. Finals has been the talk of the town lately, and I wanted to take some time here to discuss it with you all. The first thing I want to get out of the way immediately is that this is not a casual game. It's as competitive and sweaty as it gets, and as someone who's grinded intensely competitive games like StarCraft and League of Legends, Finals really scratches that itch. The very long TTK combined with small magazine sizes means taking on multiple opponents can be extremely difficult. In Battlefield or Call of Duty, where it can be very trivial to flank an enemy squad and wipe them all out within a few seconds, engagements in the finals are very elongated with tons of repositioning. Much like Halo Infinite, another game with long TTKs, it definitely behooves you to stick near your team. Gunplay mostly feels really good, at least with the guns that I've used so far. Long-range engagements feel pretty pointless to take on with an AR and completely out of the question with an SMG, so generally you're going to be spending a lot of time thinking about how you can close long gaps and stay within effective ranges or heavily outmaneuver your opponent. But when you are shooting at each other, recoil and input precision feels really good. I was also surprised with how stylized this game was that I actually don't have much of a problem with visual clarity. Along with this, there are 3 types of characters, or contestants as they're called in this game, to choose from. You have light, medium, and heavy, and they all have different attributes. The biggest thing I'll say about playing the different sizes in this game is that movement feels god-awful on anything that's not the light contestant. The light contestant feels very fast and precise and responsive, the grapple hook that really helps you cover a lot of distance quickly. But the other two, even with the medium build, there's this strange inertia or momentum when you're moving, and trying to begin a sprint from a standstill has an odd pause before you can actually do it. If that wording sounds familiar, it's a similar criticism I had of Transients when I played that demo recently, but that game is a slow, tactical FPS that focuses on a single-player experience. This is an extremely fast-paced arcade shooter where gunfights require you to constantly be on the move, and any wrong movement, delay, or input issue could spell death. I have to say, I think the movement needs some work. All I want for the medium and heavy characters is for the movement to be as responsive as it is on the light character. Not as fast, obviously, but it almost makes it feel like there's something wrong with the game, which it very well could be since this is a beta. I also wouldn't be surprised if this inertia is an intended mechanic. Personally, I never really like mechanics like this, especially in really fast arcade shooters like the finals, and I hope they get rid of it. The big downside to that light character, though, in my opinion, is that the default SMG you get at the start is fucking useless at anything other than point blank. I'm sure that's intended to force you to use the movement mechanics of the light character, but in my first several matches, I found it very difficult to consistently get close enough to the enemy to get a fast kill, and when I did get that close, it typically just became a trade kill scenario. I'd love to see that default SMG get a little bit of love going forward, but maybe there will be better options in the future that I just haven't unlocked yet. Outside of these nitty-gritty details though, I just have to applaud the game mode that I've been playing. This cash out experience is extremely fun and creative, and really breathes life into a genre that's dominated by TDM, search and destroy, and domination until the end of time. To me, this has been the biggest takeaway of this game. A lot of the things I mentioned about gameplay up until now are mostly just little details that do need to be executed well, and even then I left a lot out about special abilities and equipment and destruction, mostly because I think this game's make or break is the game mode and any others they release in the future. It is the main thing that sets the finals apart. It actually makes it fun and interesting. When I compare it to something like X Defiant, that game feels like it's dead on arrival. Doesn't matter when it ever releases or whether other games release around the same time. It's a relic that's barely satisfied to do anything new with the genre, and it doesn't even do a great job at what it's mimicking. And it makes me ask myself why I'd play that game instead of any other option. Finals offers a fresh, small-scale experience in a languishing genre. All the elements feel designed to fit together rather than being trendy or engagement-centric aspects being haphazardly duct-taped together in some Frankenstein of a game, and being marched out in front of everyone expecting a player base and praise because the analytics say gamers should like this product. And when you couple all of this with a shockingly well-fleshed-out art style and identity that doesn't feel like some Fortnite reject with a new coat of paint, I think we have a game that will join the likes of Valorant and Counter-Strike as one of the premier competitive FPS experiences. I just wish there was an option to play with 4 players, since I usually run in a group of 4, though that's just a minor nitpick. That does it for me though, and I want to hear from you. What do you think of the finals? Do you think there's room for another highly competitive FPS? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to talk about it. That, like or dislike. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next video.
This is exactly what the socialites needed. They've pocketed our first cash out. powerhouses are opening Vault 2 with brute force. Left for the socialites. Maybe not a good time to hobnob with the other teams.
Enemy.
Frag out! Special delivery! Jump pad deployed! Cash out in progress thanks to the powerhouses. That's a blow to the powerhouses. Team wiped. The overdogs denied a cash out. Great steal! The powerhouses are back and ready to avenge that team wipe. Start licking their wounds just yet. They still have one teammate left out there. Stick with it. With the socialites just added a cash out to their inner circle.
That's something.
Tossing a frag! At the head of the pack currently, we have the overdogs. Bingo! Cash out complete by the overdogs. A new vault. Our contestants better not leave that unattended for too long. The overdogs have seen better days. Their last standing member needs to proceed carefully now. Are off their leash at Vault 3. Halftime. Don't touch that dial. Things can change pretty quickly around here. Holding that position. overdogs have been rattled. Team wiped.
Enemy contestant. Jump back here.
The overdogs are respawning and are ready to show us a new trick or two. Cash out set in motion by the socialites. The last member of the powerhouses needs to power through and avoid a team wipe.
Send in a frag. Frag out. A team wipe mishap for the overdogs. It's all over and going into the books. That's a wrap for now, and even though the battle was virtual, our contestants' newfound fame is real.